Go Lightly just about to go in. Goes up. Gates go back and they off and racing from their 2,000 meter marker. Speed. Let's see where the speed is. We've got around him Aerial View. He wants to go off and set the fractions, with First Street happy to take a seat in second. Santa Teresa a lot closer to the speed than normal in third. The white sleeves and the white cap. Then comes Phoenix, who's racing behind that one. Go Lightly is racing towards the back end of the field, and I would say there's no more than 5 lengths in it. So in front over here, just ambling along his Aerial View under Munger goes on by a length and a tail. In second is First Street, raced with no cover. In third is your 5 to 10 favourite, Santa Teresa, being given every chance by Richard Fourie. Only got 2 or 3 to make up. Then comes Phoenix, who's a little bit headstrong in the early parts of the race. And Go Lightly also fighting for its head as they slam on the brakes, and there's now only 4 lengths in it. And you can throw a blanket over this lot. It's Aerial View in front, with First Street in second with a blue cap. Then comes Santa Teresa behind that one. Further back to Phoenix, and out back is Go Lightly, only 5 lengths off them. 900 meters left to go. Nothing's changed. It's Aerial View by a length and a bit, with First Street in second. Ryan Munger trying to get a bit closer on that one. Santa Teresa behind them. Phoenix is moving up nicely, and Go Lightly's out back as they really start to crack on. They go up towards the last 600 meters, and it's Aerial View from First Street. Santa Teresa in behind them, if good enough, should win from there, going through the gears, but Aerial View still in front with First Street, who's very honest in second. Santa Teresa now being asked for maximum to the outside. It's First Street who's right there with Aerial View, Santa Teresa and Phoenix. It's First Street on the inside, Santa Teresa and First Street. There's nothing in it, but now class goes on by Santa Teresa with First Street on the inside, honest. First Street is rattling back. First Street, wow, that was a big win. I think has beaten Santa Teresa. Aerial View, then came Phoenix, and a long way back to Go Lightly. Put First Street to bed, put Aerial View to bed. It was now just a case of, please go and win for us. And I'm not sure what happened that last 20 meters. Maybe the weight, maybe the pace. I'm not sure. But there's no excuses. Santa Teresa's been given every chance by Richard Fourie. And First Street under Ryan Munger has come right back to win.
Welcome back. And First Street, well, when they look so good, they run so good. And I tell you, First Street went down. Both Nadine and I said the best to post by quite some way. Came home accordingly, beating our much-loved odds-on favourite, Santa Teresa. But well done to the man that looks after First Street, and that is Standile. Standile, very well done. 1,500 Rand. Well done to you, Standile. And that is from World Sports Betting. Well done to you. Spend the money wisely. Well done. Thank you, Standile. Now let's go to Ryan Munger. He's going to chat to us, and I'm sure he's going to tell us as well. When we saw First Street go to post, both Nadine and I said, whoops, this favourite's going to be in trouble here, because, goodness gracious, I think when they went to post, if I was a jock, I don't know, I would have been thrilled.
Yeah, she went down to post very well. Yeah. With all the scratchings and looking at form, I thought if there was one horse that could beat the favourite, it was her today. And yeah, looking at the field, there was no speed on. And I see she does like to run on. I have ridden her before, but geez, it was like 2 years ago. So I don't know really what to expect. And Sharon and Mr. Kotzen, they said, listen, if she jumps well and they want to go slow, let her roll on forward. And, you know, it was a pedestrian pace. I sat up second with no cover, and I said, okay, we're going to turn into the straight. There's going to be a headwind, so let's go as slow as possible and sprint up the straight. And that's exactly what I did. And, you know, the favourite came and challenged. But, you know, when I put the stick in the left, she really fought on nicely. And it was a game gutsy win from her.
Absolutely. I mean, we watched Richard. He gave the favourite every chance here as well. And when you rallied and came back, we could see it would only be one result.
Yeah, exactly. You know, you look at the betting prices, and the one was, geez, 5 to 10. The other was 5 to 1. And there wasn't much between the two fillies, I thought. And, you know, with a race like this where there's no genuine pace, it could work out either way. And, luckily the slow pace suited my filly better. And yeah, she's won a good race. I must say big thanks to Mr. and Mrs. Kotzen. Like you said, she went to post very well. She looked great. She felt great. And, when you ride fillies like this, it just gives you confidence going to the start. So thank you to them, to Mr. van der Westhuizen and to the Maynard family. Thank you so much to them. I really appreciate it. And to my sponsors, Bryanston Auctioneers, best place to buy or sell things. Thank you very much to them.
Well, we're going to miss you when you go to Canada in a couple of weeks' time or whatever. But I think Bryanston Auctioneers are going to miss you just as much.
No, thank you, Neil.
All right, well done to Ryan Munger. Sharon Kotzen back where she belongs, and that's in the winner's box. And it was great to spend time with Sharon on the weekend as well when we were out celebrating Mr. Orman Ferraris' 91st birthday. But wow, what a great day so far for you, Sharon. And both horses were the pick moving to post, and they won at decent prices.
Yes, this filly as well, they normally jump and then they pull the pace right back to a canter, and she's normally quite far back, so she ends up doing a little bit too hard early on in the race. So that was why I said to Ryan, if she comes out and they're going to be doing a snail's pace, then rather just go forward and, make your way from there. So luckily there was one horse that was going a decent enough pace, and he managed to tuck in next to it. And coming into the straight, she's such an honest filly. That when Alan's horse headed her, she still fought back. So she is all heart and deserves all credit. And I'd just like to say a big thanks to Jasper van der Westhuizen and the whole Maynard family. Big supporters of my yard and much appreciated, and they deserve every win in the winner's box.
Well said, Sharon.
Thanks. And then I'd just like to say a big thanks to my sponsor, World Sports Betting, who also sponsors the Grooms.
Tremendous Grooms initiative. Thank you very much. That's Sharon Kotzen, their second winner of the afternoon. And if you've got those runners, like Greg, her husband, has, in the pick six, then you're looking pretty good. I hope he's got field in the last, because it gets very tough towards the end. But First Street, a daughter of Pathfork, well done to all the connections, and bred by Mr. Alec Foster.